you are, a tyrant.
I've been called worse.
You're a tyrant. You go home and kick your wife too?
You know what?
Ow! What are you doing? Ow!
No, don't try to grab. Dude, look, after I'm out of here, look, let's go looking. Dude, stop! Give me the stuff. I'm not resisting. Give me your handcuffs. Hey!
Put your hands on me.
Let's go.
Oh, what an assault. Don't do it, boy.
Sir, leave the premises.
You want to lose your job. Guys!
Going in.
No, you're not going in.
Don't touch me.
You're not going in, sir.
Let the record show that you just battered me
Step back.
and you're using.
Wow.
Anything to silence you, anything. I have, just so you guys know, I have family members who have disowned me that I don't talk to anymore. They have nothing to do with me, won't speak to me. They won't talk to me. Something to a family member and I said, I hope he burns in hell. And then the guy died. Isn't that crazy, right? He was a pig, you know? And so now I have family members who won't speak to me. They don't have anything to do with me. That's why I didn't. I tell you what, I fit right in. If I talk like that, I tell you some bitch. Right? But they think I smoke meth because I ain't got no teeth in the front.
Just so you guys know, he's big. I'm big. I'm bigger than everybody I know. But typically, I'm physically bigger than everybody around. Hey, we just met. Can you go ahead and get on the wall, spread your butt cheeks for me?
Denver Metro Audits, aka the Mile High Auditor. We are here today at the infamous Danbury Public Library that Sean from Long Island Audit went to, and the police are a disgrace. So we wanted to stop in here while we were in this area. So I am here, of course, with the lovely Sweet Tea Audits. Got Leroy Truth Investigations. And we got Banana Anna up there, as well as Accountability for All.
Let's go.
So
In clearly.
let's go check it out, guys. See how it goes.
The Danbury Public Library.
I mean, they have no right photographing your face without your permission.
Oh, we don't?
No, you don't. You can photograph the building all you
Of
want.
course we do though, so that's wrong.
No one's in anyone's face, though.
Well, isn't this just wonderful? Boy, all those egos on one fraudit? This ought to be crazy, you know. Oh my goodness, and DMA's already pulling this whiny crap. This should be just a trip, a real trip. I cannot believe that that they went and did this at Danbury, at the library. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. This would have been right about the time that they decided to strike Fraud or Troll with the copyright strikes. So this is probably a couple weeks ago. I don't know. Maybe they went back up there after they went on their little journey, but. Yeah. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that Christopher's back in Colorado Springs right now, so this was probably a couple weeks ago. All right, let's get to it. Let's look at this, see what kind of garbage this crew, what do we call them? What can we call them? The ego gang? Yeah, the ego gang. The ego clash gang. All right, let's see what happens with these yo-hos.
I just asked not to be recorded, and I was told that you had to because I work here. I have a right to, you know.
No, actually.
No, ma'am, you don't have a right. You work for the library, right, ma'am?
It's a public space.
I mean, you could just be nice to us. I mean, we're members of the public, but instead you gotta, you know, be rude like that.
I was nice when I asked you not to record me.
Wait, I haven't even had a conversation with you yet.
You guys okay?
Yeah, fine.
I know you have an appointment at 4 in the Century Corner, so.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not injured. I'm just trying to get organized.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry.
What's up?
You videoing somebody?
Hey, I was just, yeah, I'm taking, you know, some pictures here, but.
Yeah, let me have to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, that's how you guys treat people? You just pay and then you just walk away?
Catherine, is somebody taking pictures?
Okay, so.
They think they have the right to be here. They do.
I think they have the right to be here. We do have the right to be here. You can talk to us, you can actually have a conversation with us.
He said on the phone there's six of these assholes.
Okay. So who do they count as 2?
Wow.
Well, I'm just, the ladies are here.
Look behind you.
Yeah, I know.
You called us assholes?
I didn't call you a thing, buddy.
Yeah, we heard you, man. You said there's 6 of these assholes.
Okay. No, there's like 6 of those assholes here filming people.
Excuse you? Sir, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah, so should I call them?
Excuse me, sir. That's inappropriate.
Shut up, sweetie. For God's sakes. You know what's inappropriate? Those jeans. That's one. 2, the fact that you people are walking around there like a bunch of cockroaches that got dumped out of a jar. Unreal. Can you imagine how these poor people feel? I don't blame them for going and locking themselves in their offices. And this is a disruption of service. You know, I don't know anything about the library as of yet. I know that it's, been hit before. I don't recall some of the facts. I don't know if it's a older library, a newer library, but it's a library, and it's no place for a bunch of losers to go wandering around sticking their nose into, people's business. This is exactly the kind of video that needs to be shared to people that don't know anything about the existence of First Amendment auditors, what we call frauditors. Because this is the worst of the worst here. I mean, you put all this together right here, and it's the rudest, most obnoxious, self-absorbed, egotistical, all of them, just unreal. All 4 of these, well, what is there, 5 of them, isn't there? Who's the odd man? Oh, odd man out's, what's his name? Leroy Truth. They probably couldn't find a date for him. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's somebody just said, ooh, yeah.
Police on him? Police on him? Okay. I will, thank you.
You're calling the police on us?
So you're calling the police on
Harassment.
journalists?
Harassment? Taking pictures is harassment?
You don't have my permission to film me.
But you're in public, right?
No, I'm not. I'm in a building.
Yeah, this is a public building though, right?
Okay.
This isn't like your private business. It's a public building. It's open to the public. So you're initiating force and violence on people who aren't breaking the law?
We have cameras. We simply shoot frames per second. See how he escalated the speed?
Not sure if this is considered an emergency.
Yeah, it's not an emergency because it's not even a crime, man. There's no law being broken. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Complete ignorance. And this is how things get escalated. Instead of things get educated. Famous words. I'm not sure this is an emergency. Well, if you're not sure that it really isn't, is there a victim?
I'm not sure this is an emergency, but I'm gonna call 911 anyways.
So you're here to educate them, Leroy. Is that right, Leroy? So you think it's your place to come in and disrupt. Why wouldn't you make an appointment and sit down and say, look, I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention that this is the way it works, and you might get somebody to come through here, da-da-da-da-da. Problem is, no. This is all about you guys, has nothing. You could care less about those little old ladies that all they want to do is have their little book club meeting, and you want to disrupt it. And they do have a right to protect their image. Everybody has a right to protect their image, period. If there's any monetization involved at all, especially so. All right. That's enough about you, Leroy. Let's see what these two dipsticks get into next. Man, I swear, it just gets worse.
There's men with cameras. There's men with cameras.
Oh my God.
You can look them up in a registry over here too, or just drop them down.
He's calling the police on us right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he just called
So
911.
he called 911,
Yeah.
and then he asked. He said, "I'm not sure if this is an emergency, but there's people in here with cameras."
Right, I said we got cameras.
I mean, we weren't even being assholes. We weren't even being assholes. But I don't think it's illegal to be an asshole, though.
Well, he said that we're committing harassment.
What?
It's typically, usually with permission. That's
Well,
typically
just so
part
you
of
know,
it.
it is a public place, so there's no extension of privacy. So you don't technically need like any permission. But would you see us in the way that we're behaving and interacting with you, and think the appropriate response would be to call the police?
Oh, I'm not going to answer that.
Well, security
But
just called
thank
911
you.
on us.
Oh, I'm not going to answer that. No comment.
But we're not breaking any laws, right?
No comment.
But I think it's safe to say you wouldn't think that we were assholes.
No comment.
Oh.
What would you be willing to comment on?
I may not comment on anything. I can help you answer.
No
I can
comment.
answer any of your
There was
library
no commenting
questions.
and no comment.
I'm
I think-
happy to
I
answer your
think
library
that-
questions, though.
that last no
Are you looking
comments
for a
were
particular book?
You
Would
have
you
any-
like to participate in our summer reading program?
To the bathroom, I think.
What is the summer reading program?
So this is actually really fun. Every summer, Danbury Library hosts the summer reading program in collaboration.
All right, thank you. Excuse me, sir.
Hey, man, you just bumping into me, man. What are you doing?
All right, thank you. Excuse me, sir.
Hey, man, you just bumping into me, man. What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm not watched the whole video. I'm watching it a little bit ahead and coming back, but he does not stop about this security guard bumping into him and kicking his tripod. Such a whiny, insolent little baby Christopher Cordova is. Cordova, not Cordova, Cordova. A crappy Chrysler car made in the 70s. Cordova. It just goes on and on and on and on. He's such a whiny little prick. Oh my God. It's just the way they think people should bow down to them, and they treat them this way. It's just insane. Nobody likes this. Nobody. The only people that like this kind of activity are frauditors. That's it. Every time I show one of these to somebody that has no idea what a First Amendment auditor is or a frauditor, they're like, what? Are you kidding me? They're doing this out in city halls and libraries and courthouses? Yeah, they are. Yep, they'll be to a neighborhood near you before you know it. Right? 1 million sold, huh? Yeah, piece of crap little man, how I'd like to. Yeah, I gotta take a break from this. Go cool down.
Very unprofessional.
Jeez, man. That's actually harassment, man. You can't just bump into people.
Didn't touch you, sir.
You make physical contact. You ran right into my tripod, man.
Yeah.
Allied security, bud. What's wrong with you, man?
You don't have to put a book up. I'm not gonna film you from this point on, okay?
You should probably go work in the private sector, man, if you're afraid of cameras.
What happened?
Oh, the security guard like bumped into me, like kicked my tripod, and
Why?
this lady right here is like acting a little ridiculous.
Why?
He said that our precedent is basically that we have cameras and we're harassing people by recording without permission.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness
That's what he said. He
gracious.
said that we're harassing.
Great. So the police are coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong, Leroy. They're not upset because you have cameras. They're upset the way you treat people, the things that you say to people, the way you conduct yourself while you're in there. What do you want to bet? That I can take my phone and put it on the end of a stick, and I can walk into a library, and I can walk all the way around that library, all the way around it, and out, and nobody will say a word to me. Nah, they may say a word to me, but I'm not going to be told to leave. What do you want to bet? It's not because you're carrying a camera because it's a weapon for you. It's a weapon to assault with, and it's a weapon to protect yourself with. Take that camera away, none of this is happening, my friend. You could go in there and you'd start insulting them, so on and so forth, and what's going to happen? You're going to go to jail, like quick. That's your protection. You're milking the First Amendment to go out and act like uncivil morons and disrupt anything, private businesses, look, this is a limited public forum. Those people have to run that operation, and you're an interference to doing that. So you should be gone, and hopefully they will. But most cities don't pursue it. Most prosecutors won't prosecute it. Cops don't arrest on it. It's ridiculous. But no, my friend, you're wrong.
This is the guy who
Hey, man,
assaulted you.
are the cops on their way?
Yeah, they'd like to file charges against you.
Yeah. You can't just bump into people, man.
What's your name and ID number?
You're the only one that broke the law, man. You can't just run into my tripod, man. What's wrong with you?
Break any law, sir.
Yeah, you did.
No, you were
This is
blocking
an
the way.
extension of me. So there was you couldn't go around me? You just run me over?
You a linebacker or a police?
He walked up to speak.
Hey, what are you doing, lady?
Oh, I'm standing in front of your
No,
camera.
you're bumping into it. You can't do that.
I'm standing.
Touch me.
That's harassment, ma'am. That's harassment.
Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, the most privileged human beings.
CRS 18-8-111. That's harassment, ma'am. Unwanted touch. You can't put your hands on people, ma'am.
What's your
On your
camera?
camera, raising your
You
voice.
can't touch our cameras. You cannot touch them. That's against the
didn't
law.
touch them.
Yes, you did. You
No,
bumped
I
right
didn't.
into her, man.
Did I touch
Unacceptable.
it?
Yes, you did.
Walk out of here.
I did. I'm trying to walk. Your camera was
You just stepped on my foot and my
I
camera.
didn't step on your foot.
She did not.
What did you step on?
She did not.
I stepped
I'm
on
right
Don't
here.
touch my camera, lady.
I didn't touch
Yes, you did. You stepped on my camera.
Quit yelling.
That's against the law.
That's how much money
You don't know the law. You do not know the law.
wannabes.
Everybody, please leave
Are
the
you
building.
drunk?
The meeting
Are you
is
gonna
Hey, don't bump into me. Don't bump into me.
You drunk?
How much money?
Don't bump into me.
petulant children is what these are. These frauditors are all petulant children. We all remember that at the City Hall meeting, council meeting. Just absurd. And they do this all the time. And then you go to their channel and they're activists, okay? Well, no. Let me tell you what a real activist would do. A real activist would do something like chain themselves to the flagpole out front and go on a hunger strike. I remember maybe 20 some years ago, a guy climbed up on a sign on the highway and chained him, or locked himself or handcuffed himself to the framework of it somehow, whatever, and had a sign up, and it was one of the big issues, maybe Roe v. Wade or something, whatever. But he's going to sit up there until something's done about whatever it was he's protesting. That's what activists do. This is not activism. This is harassment. It's anarchy. It's chaos. It's whatever you can do to create this situation, to put your narrative on it and get people to send you money in whatever form, whatever form they send it to you, they do send it to you, telling you you're a hero. No. This is not activism. They're not activists. They're selling them a good story, They're YouTube content creators. That's it.
For public safety. Yeah, laugh. It's incredibly unprofessional.
You're uneducated, sir.
And
I don't need permission to record in a public library. And what you did is unacceptable, man. You don't just trample over people because they have a camera. What's wrong with you?
You gotta do better, bud.
Yeah, do better. And you misinformed that woman, too. You escalated things, saying we didn't have a right to record here.
Yeah, you started all this by not
Yeah.
knowing what you were preaching.
Starting a fire, man. And now it's turning into a mob mentality against us because of what you created. An uneducated insecurity guard. That's what you are, man. Don't bump into me, man. What's wrong with you? I don't know who you think you are, man. Just plow right over me, man. I'm the public, man. This is a public library.
Well, as you
work for the
said,
public.
you have it on film. I didn't plow over you. It's on film, sir.
Yeah,
it's
you
on.
bumped
And I
right
said,
into
and
me
I
and
said
kicked
it.
my tripod.
I said, excuse me, and I did not kick
No, you didn't say excuse me.
I sure did. It'll be on.
Right
It'll
over.
be on film when you rewind it.
Just like you didn't say assholes.
Yeah, like you didn't call us assholes, man.
De-escalate.
Excuse me if I don't believe anything that you say.
All right, I hear y'all. I can see it in the comments now. Pop in there and talk so damn much. Well, this video deserves it. It needs it. It requires it. Listen to this little insolent child and how he carries on about it. This is what DMA does. He does this all the time. And I like the security guard. Hey, it's on your camera. There you go. You got your evidence. Go after it, dude. Shut your mouth and go file your lawsuit and be on with it. But better yet, stay the hell out. Just quit doing what you do. This is not what they portray it to be. Activism, look, this is all grifting, man. It's all grifting. Just go back and watch the AFA LEROY lives that they did where they're e-begging and so on and so forth. This is all about making money. This is all about generating an interest in what they're doing and making money. They're not activists. Activists go out and lay in the street in front of a bus and don't move and then get hauled off to jail. What happens every time one of these little bitches gets arrested? They scream and yell and cry and, all of them. Amagansett Press in the back of that cop car, how can you do this, man? Do this, man? All of them. They're not activists.
Universal. They've started many of them.
And then he calls.
Mr. Allied guy, are the cops coming? Because I mean, if the cops are on their way, then we're going to stay because we don't want to flee the scene.
No.
But if they're not coming, they told you nothing they can do, or what?
Why are you so aggressive, man? Actually, I think he was
Take some time out in that little pod right behind us.
Yeah,
Time out.
I just need to know if the cops are on their way or not. Because if they're not coming, then we know we can leave when we want to. But otherwise, we have to stay.
You can leave anytime you want, sir.
I
Nobody's
know.
forcing you here.
But I want to know if you called the cops.
Nobody called anybody, so.
Well, you said, you guys said, I don't know if this is an emergency, right? You called the police on us. Yeah, you're going to learn today, man. We're handing out educations. It's a library.
No, they did this to the guard.
I'd like you to apologize to
How
this
did,
gentleman for
the summer meeting's been
for
good.
running
It's
into
actually
him.
fun volunteering here,
Yeah,
honestly.
good.
I've enjoyed my time. The library is a very nice
Yeah.
place.
I'd like you to apologize to him for running into his camera.
Bro, your life must stink, man.
Or at least take a time out in that little pod.
Yeah, like, go talk to somebody. Work it out. I hate to think how you act when you're out of the uniform.
We'll give you a teddy bear. You can hug it. Yeah. Punch a pillow. Get a lot.
We'll give you a teddy bear. You can tell us how your feelings were hurt and where. Oh, here's this little timeout room for you right here.
Oh, they got a little mini one.
Yeah.
Here, we'll get it open for you.
I can't believe that you behaved that way, but I really wish you would do better. Can you work on that in the future for me, man? What's your name, bro? What's your name?
Cops are here, guys. So he's probably going to get an education here. Is what I would guess.
You see us, like, listen, I've been tased before. I've been, like, I was during the riots and everything, I was out there filming front and center. I've had a lot of bad experiences with cops, but I didn't come up to you and say, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, because just because I've had bad experiences with other cops doesn't mean that you guys are bad people. I don't know yet, but I think he didn't give us that same opportunity. He watched us come in here, and the first thing he did before anything was go around to everyone and tell them that it's illegal to film without permission.
Well, not to mention, then he started.
Oh, so Josh Abrams says he's been out on the front lines during the riots, and he's been tased and juiced and all that. Where is that video at, Josh? There is no way in the world that ever happened, and you wouldn't have video of it online somewhere. Now, I haven't seen everything, but I've seen an awful lot, and that would be a pretty big deal. I think that you would have that front and center on your, and I've been watching you for, well, since I think you got out of prison, off and on, not as much, more so the last 2 years. So where is that video of the riots? Are we talking about the George Floyd riots? Is that what we're talking about? Let's see that video. Or is it maybe you're thinking about watching the video that Mark Stout ran? That Mark was involved in? Maybe you think that was you? I don't know. Just a guess, the way sick minds work. I don't know. But I'd love to see that video. Look at little Mrs. Ham Banana back there. Banana Anna. Not Ham Banana, but, well, I don't know. Banana Anna. Oh, goodness. What a mess this roof is. Insanity at its finest.
And then he kicked his stuff. Like, he's the one that's being violent.
Very physical and aggressive.
Over
Very
camera,
aggressive.
man. Like,
Yeah.
over as...
So I'm actually not from here, so I'm not really well versed in the laws, but in Colorado is where I'm from, we would call that harassment, where it's a strike, shove, or otherwise unwanted touching. So what would that be if I'm standing here and he purposely makes it a point to walk right through me and kick my tripod as he's walking by me? What law would that be?
So the officer that is speaking to him right now is the primary officer here. We're going to make him aware of it.
No, but I'm asking you, what law is that? Like I said, Colorado, it's harassment. What is it here in Connecticut?
Are you injured right now?
No pain.
Okay. break your stuff?
Not that I'm aware of.
Closest will be like disorderly conduct in Connecticut, loud, violent, or tumultuous / threatening
Pickles
behavior.
the officer, not actually.
What's that?
Pickles the officer, right?
Yeah. It's weird. Every law is like different. Like what is disorderly conduct here? For example, Massachusetts is assault.
Yeah.
Hi, folks.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Good. I spoke to security. Their thought is that they're uncomfortable with the recording as well as the people that work here.
Yeah, we get it.
And it's disrupting to the purpose of this building.
I mean, we're just in here getting services, and everyone's been very helpful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to go out of his way to come up to us where we're asking about pods, that's on him. My freedom of speech can't be converted into a crime or therefore be disruptive. When he's coming up to us and then interrupting us and telling the people that we're speaking to not assist us because it's illegal to film without permission, I get it. He was uneducated. There's not one person that works here that will say they had a negative experience with us. I mean, he's not the type of guy you got to go fish content out of. He beelined it on his own.
Okay.
Well, and not to mention, this is a public library. I mean, this is where people come to be educated. We were absolutely doing nothing wrong. We didn't disobey any laws.
No, we're not being disorderly.
And I'm not saying you're loud, you're screaming, you're swearing. I'm not saying any of that.
No, in fact, he raises his voice, starts calling us assholes, and starts kicking his stuff.
Yeah, he's the only one that broke the law here today.
Yes.
So he made it a point to purposely run into me, and his legs like trampled over my tripod here.
Okay.
So I don't know what law that'd be because I'm not from here, but where I'm from, that's harassment, unwanted touching. It's kind of like battery, but.
Right. He escalated. We would have actually been done already, but he escalated. We heard him say, he's calling the police 911. We're not going to run away. We're going to wait.
Yeah. We were talking to this guy about a pod.
Yeah, I'm excited to go in there.
We were asking him if he had someone to let us in. He said yes, he's waiting for someone else to come back. This guy made it a point to leave whatever he was doing, wherever he was doing it from, to come talk to that guy, the lady that was over there, and say, just so you know, they can't film your face without their permission. Without your permission, it's against the law. Like, why would you even come up to me to like, I'm not bothering anybody.
Right.
I'm minding my own business. I'm seeking services. I'm getting services from very professional staff.
Yeah.
Why even come out of your way to come disrupt me or escalate or tell them it's illegal? It's not. It's just.
And giving people the wrong information. I mean, the next time this happens, because he gave wrong information, people could call the cops again, men with guns who are armed, got tasers and all this kind of stuff. You're coming for an emergency, and it's clearly not.
Right, for men and women with cameras.
And it's dangerous for us.
Well, we wear a lot of hats, so I mean, it's just emergency is
you
very
guys
liberal
are seasoned,
definition.
right? You don't have a choice which call you go to. You have to go when you
We
get a
show
call. And you guys, you're seasoned, you're professional, so you guys are not coming in here like super triggered, you know what I mean?
No,
like
but
that adrenaline, like it's very dangerous for him to do something that and report something that isn't happening, because that's dangerous to us. What happens if you think something's going on, you come in and we didn't get you or Jared or Cam?
That's dangerous to our person and our freedom. Like 100%. That's not okay what he did.
Well, right now, he's a representative of this building, so it was his decision to ask you folks to leave.
He didn't ask us to leave.
Well, I'm asking you, and because he asked me to ask you guys to leave.
Okay, well, I mean, you can ask me anything. I mean, you could ask me to take my shoes off and look at my big toe. You
can ask me for winning lottery numbers.
But, we have a lawful right to be here.
Decline leaving because we don't have to. We're in a public library. We're doing nothing wrong. We're breaking no laws whatsoever.
I mean, there's case law on it, man. It's Morristown versus Board of Police of
exactly. So then why would we
Kramer versus Morristown, which the American Library Association recognizes case law, that we have a lawful right to come into the public library and record, regardless if it's a limited public forum or not. That only applies if they're having a meeting or an invite-only event or something like that. Otherwise, this is traditional public forum. So,
Wrong. Just like poster 7, you don't read the whole thing. That's not the only reason you can be removed from a limited public forum. You're a disruption, period. It's become a disruption. You have disrupted the people that are working there from doing their job. You disrupted a little book club, which is not part, but you're a disruption. You're a disruption. So, Limited public forum. Bye-bye. See ya. I hope this cop doesn't fall for his nonsense. Okay, so the original video is well over an hour long. We're about 30 minutes in. I'm going to break it here and do it in 2 parts. So what do you think? They're going to be removed? They're going to stay? They're going to put up their little narratives, false narratives, and get these cops to be on their side? What do you think? And then I'll cut part 2 here in a little bit. I'll finish it up, and we'll see what happens. But, you know, it's their same old song and dance. The fact of the matter is, they don't need to be there doing what they're doing, disrupting. You know, you watch as this video, and even in part 2, these poor employees running away from them. They don't come up to them. They're running away from them. They're hiding. They don't want to have to deal or answer their question or deal with them. And yes, this is about filming. They don't want to be filmed. I get it. So leave them alone. I walk up to somebody and I want to interact with them, and they tell me to leave them alone. I'm not going to chase them around. Idiots. You're all a bunch of idiots. So what do you think? They're going to get thrown out? All right, I'm Proud to Ram. Part 2 will be coming up. Until then, I'll be gone.